Hi, good afternoon, Black. Thank you for giving us this interview. How are you enjoying TI4 so far?
Uh, the people around here are already nice, but DK lost unfortunately, so I'm not that happy. But they still have a chance in loser bracket, so.
All right. What do you actually think about the key arena setup? It's very different from Benaroya Hall. It's a lot bigger. There's a lot more space, but at the same time, you know, too many people.
Yeah.
So.
Um, at Benaroya Hall, you actually had like places where they would just like press you into the wall, and you couldn't move anymore, because it was really tight in there. Here, even though there are like 12,000 people or a bit more, I'm not sure how many there are, but even though there are so many people, the space here is enormous. Like, you'll always have enough space to walk around and walk upstairs or whatever. Like, you will never be pushed into a corner. So I like the setup much, much better than the other one.
All right. So, do you actually have, I mean, with the secret shop ongoing and everything, do you actually have any recommendations for secret shop items for our viewers?
Personally, I like the tiny little demi-hero thing the most, because it's really cute with the, like, non-skilled ultimate tiny holding the tree. Yep. It's really cute with the big tree. Other than that, the DK set and the Lone Druid set, they're amazing. You should definitely buy them, because they just look really, really awesome.
Yeah. So have you bought a lot of items at the secret shop this year?
Well, I've spent like $200 in there, like, which is not much at all. Like, there was a guy that spent like 7,000 or something. That was crazy.
So after that, moving on, I've learned that you're actually working for DK now over the rest of the main event. So can you share with us what you are actually doing?
Yeah. So after I got eliminated, I just like offered help. So basically, I'm just watching other teams' games, and because they can pretty much play like every lineup and they practice pretty much every lineup, I'll try to give them like some advice on what they could do to counter certain strategies, or like just what other teams prefer to do. So I hope I can help them a little bit in the loser bracket.
So do you have any advice for them after they lost to EG?
Honestly, like the first game, EG's draft was really, really smart. Like, it was the first time ever I've seen a support Ursa with like an Enchantress, so they could just kill Rosham in the 2. It was really crazy. But DK came back, or like, they actually never really gave away their lead. They were leading pretty much all game, but Ice 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 and Bernie, they got picked off a lot by the Hexed Ursa. If that didn't happen, I think they could have just finished the game as 5, but after they got picked off so many times, the Tidehunter got a refresher orb, and then I couldn't fight anymore. Found a lot of pick-offs, and then they just couldn't fight them anymore in the late game, because they had like a quad-core lineup.
Okay, so following that, what do you plan to do after the international then?
So at first I'm gonna go back home to Germany and visit my family. After that I plan a short visit to Canada to visit my friends over there. And then I will, like, that's also at the same time I'll wait for like new chances or new like sports and teams or whatever, because CIS will most likely like disband after what happened here. So I'll have to see what happens after TI, but for now I'm just planning to visit my family and my friends.
So can you tell us more about your experiences in China? I mean, it's quite interesting that you are a non-Chinese, well, you are now learning Chinese, of course,
Yeah.
but before this you were a non-Chinese speaker and you joined the full Chinese team. And even more interesting is that they are all very young. Like, I think the average age is 17 or something?
19.
19. Yeah, so they are a very young team. So can you tell us more about your experience leading them?
At first it was really difficult, because they were just playing matchmaking before, so they had like no discipline or anything. So they would just do whatever they wanted to. So I had to get like really angry many times for them to even understand what I wanted them to do. But after some time, before the TI qualifier, we worked things out, because it was a really important tournament to us, obviously. And then during the tournament, they all listened, and it was just like, it worked out really well in that tournament. And then after that, it was just like unfortunate chain of events, and then like it just didn't work out so well after that. But until then, no, don't worry about it. But until then, like, they definitely want to work hard and to win, but yeah, it just didn't work out that well.
Do you think they'll go far in the future as like a team, like after they mature more?
Definitely. Like I think they all have very, very much talent. Like I think all of them are in the like top 50 of Chinese matchmaking. I think Jun is currently still rank 1, and they all play amazingly well if they just focus on the game and just show discipline, which is like the most important part in Dota. You need to show discipline, and one guy that's like your captain, you need to listen to him, because if you just do whatever you want to, then you don't work as a team, and then everything falls apart.
So, 2 more questions. So, firstly, do you have any advice to any aspiring Dota players out there? Like, maybe they want to carry as well as you do.
First, when I played this game for fun only, I don't really know how I got into the competitive scene. That was like 8 years ago or something, where I just played it for fun at first and grew like an affection for the game. I always wanted to win more and more and play against better and better enemies. And then we just joined some tournaments for fun, made some random teams, not really anything serious. But then like after you actually like taste, winning tournaments and stuff like that, even if it's small tournaments, you always want to win more and more. So you will just play a lot more and try a lot harder to become much better. And that's pretty much like how the competitive like desire rises, I think. That's what happened to me. And if you wanna get into like the competitive scene, you need to show your name to the scene. It means you need to join like amateur tournaments and do really well in them, and then people will notice you, and that's, I think, the best way to get into the competitive scene.
So, lastly, we know you've been giving out autographs, both digital and physical. So, are there any players' autographs that you do not have, and how do you intend to get them?
Currently, I miss half of the Chinese players. 4 of DK even, so I'm probably just gonna assault them, and if they don't give me their autograph, I don't know what I'll do. I'll do something bad to them, because I still miss Burning's autograph, man. It can't happen, right? So I'm not sure how I'll get them, but I will get them, or I'll get angry, very angry.
Well, you can deny them your advice for their upcoming losers bracket matches.
Or I could give them false advice. We never know what's gonna happen if you make me angry.
Thank you very much for the interview, Black.
Thank you very much. And